Hello and good morning friends, welcome to CEC-UGC live lecture. Dear friends, in previous session, that is yesterday, we discussed about power searching with Google. We tried to understand the various magical commands with the help of which searching could be done. Today also we are going to discuss one of the interesting topics and the topic is effective ways of information searching techniques both through offline and online mode. I would like to tell you all that we are going to discuss about the efficient ways of information searching techniques through offline and online medium, and for this we have again with us in our studios Dr. Umesh Arya. Dr. Arya is a Google certified power searcher, as well as I would like to tell you all that he is a chairman and associate professor in Guru Jambeshwar University of Science and Technology. Dr. Arya has himself done 36 online courses. He has 30 research publications. He is the author of the book Newspaper Vocabulary. He has rich PhD finding published on United Nations and Public Administration Network. He has extensive experience of teachers training as Deputy Director of Academic Staff College. He has delivered more than 500 lectures on technology related issues. So first of all, I would like to welcome our guest Dr. Arya, and with the help of him, today we are going to find out the effective ways of information searching techniques. So welcome to the EduSet lecture, sir.
Thanks, Geetika.
As we discussed about the various power searching commands yesterday, I hope that today we are going to discuss and elaborate what are those efficient ways with the help of which information could be searched.
Yeah. Hello, good morning friends. Welcome to this presentation. This presentation is second in the series of information searching. As you are aware that yesterday we learned some powerful commands to search the Google, but today we are going to learn some commands and the ways of efficient searching the data or the information offline as well as online. So today's presentation is different in the sense that apart from searching on the internet, we would be looking at the commands through which we can search our information on our computers, desktop, etc. So friends, let's begin the presentation with the very first word, that is efficient ways of searching. So if you see the word efficient in the dictionary, so it simply means that some work done with the minimum wastage of resources, time and money. We should be efficient people in all walks of life, it is normally said. So how we should apply this efficient way of working to the information searching? As you are aware that information is power. It is a widely known saying that if you have information, then you have the power. But if you have the right kind of information, then it becomes the weapon, and you know weapon is more powerful than the power itself. As you are aware that we are living in the information society these days, and as you have, if you look into history, then this human race, it has passed through many stages. Like the very first stage was the agriculture stage, where most of the people, they were engaged in the farming activities, they were farmers and they were somehow related in the farming related jobs like trading, etc. And then came the industrial age, where most of the people, they were either employed in the industries or industrial processes related jobs. It became more pronounced with the help of the industrial revolution. And the third one is the information age, which is we are witnessing right now. The evidence of information age is that in this age many people, rather a big part of the population is engaged in the information related activities like internet related jobs, TV channels, stock market, financial market, banks, and so many of them. So, these are all information related jobs, and it is quite clear also that information is currently witnessing, it is traversing through the globe. Now, one question comes that when the information age is there, so information mess has also been created by this information age. Like there is a lot of information and we are not able to cope up with it. So, how to deal with this kind of problem? So, I would like to recite Mirza Ghalib's 4 lines on this. He says, "Dile नादा तुझे हुआ क्या है, आखिर इस दर्द की दवा क्या है, हमको उनसे वफा की है उम्मीद, जो नहीं जानते वफा क्या है." If you translate this into English, it simply means that the heart and mind, there is a lot of pain in the heart and mind these days, and what is the remedy of this? So, you are asking remedy from the technology who itself has created these kind of problems. Like, so if you relate this these 4 lines to the information mass, then the picture is very clear that information technology has created a lot of mess, and if you are asking the solution from IT itself, then it is like a paradox. So, let us come to the formal start of the presentation, and we would start with the notion that why efficient information searching is important. So, why at all this is important? The first point is that there is a rising information explosion around the world. You must have seen that amount of information in the world, it has gone up manifold in the last few years. Like internet was created in 1969, and from 1969 to 2003, the amount of data on the internet was approximately 5 exabytes, and from 2003 till date we are uploading the same amount of data daily on the internet. So, those years from 1969 to 2003 and from 2003 to 2016, there is a huge amount of explosion is there. So, every minute YouTube data upload on the YouTube in the form of the videos, it amounts to 300 hours of the video watching. So, 1 minute 300 hours of the video watching time, it is a huge, and every minute 360 terabytes of the data is traveling through the internet. So, it creates a huge information explosion, and we can call it information overload, data smog, whatever. So, this information overload is creating a problem because we are not getting the right kind of information easily, because there are no information searching techniques. So, this is also one of the very big reasons that we need the efficient information searching techniques. The second one is the multitasking and the reduced availability of the time. Like, as you see that the modern age has given us a lot of skills, and multitasking is also one of them. Like, we are now used to do so many of the things together, like we are watching television, simultaneously we are checking our mobile phone for the WhatsApp message in the other SMSs, and simultaneously we are reading newspapers also. Like these processes, these keep going on. So, this multitasking habit, it has resulted in the reduced availability of the time for the mankind. As a result, we are not focused and we are not concentrated on a particular topic. So, in order to negotiate the lifestyle through these multitasking practices, we need the efficient power searching techniques. The next one is the importance of growing importance of information. Like, what it means that information was never that much important as it is today, because every amount of information generated, it has a purpose. Like a kind of a piece of information may be very relevant to you, but may not be at all relevant to me, and vice versa. So, we cannot discard the information. Information is a very sacred entity and it should be regarded as valuable. So, when we work on this notion that information is valuable, every kind of information is valuable. So, there comes the need of managing that information and effective ways of searching through it. The next is the archival value of every information. As I just told you that every information piece is important, and we have come to a stage now where not even a single piece of information is wasted. Daily data amount which is uploaded on the internet is huge. Summary proceedings, lectures, like this one lecture also, it will be today uploaded on the YouTube, and like so many happenings around the country, around the world, they straight away find their way on the internet. So, tomorrow this data may be old, but its archival value will still be there, and researchers, mass communication people, they regard the archival value of the data because they dig into the data and do the research for themselves. So, data is very valuable, every piece of information is valuable and it has a archival value. And there are less number of information filter these days. Earlier there used to be very small amount of information, and that too with lot many filters, but every news organization these days or for that matter every organization receives the information in huge numbers, and that information is not filtered, right. So, when there are no filters in between, so information directly comes to the stakeholder. So, all kind of unwanted information also comes into that, and so we have the notion of efficient way of searching that information. And the next one is the asynchronous mode of teaching and learning. As we all know, asynchronous means that there is no physical presence of the teacher and the student like in the class. So, that is known as asynchronous, where the teacher is sitting thousands of miles away and he or she is teaching with the help of the technology, with the help of the online courses, and physical presence is not required. So, as you know that this is a growing possibility these days, online courses. So, when this kind of activity is it comes into force, then lot of data is generated, people come to know the value of the right kind of searching techniques to navigate through this mess which is known as educational mess. I mean, so many online courses, so many topics, videos, etc. are there. So, it becomes all the more important. And if we discuss the next one, it is the pull system of information gathering rather than push system. As we know that information overload, it has created the push system. It pushes information on you day in and day out, right. But efficient people, what they do, that they pull information from the resources rather than being pushed by the information overload. So, when you have this kind of working habit, that you have a habit of pulling the information of your own need and purpose, then you have to have the efficient ways of information searching. And the next one is the growing demassification and customized information. As you know that demassification means that a particular information created by the mass media, it is valid for everybody, but the demassification concept says that no, media should create information for a particular class of the people and not for everybody, across the board. So, customized information is the key these days. As you can see that we get the customized offers from the cell phone companies and the internet companies. they have all our data, our psychographics profile, demographics, etc., and they send us the relevant information as per our own need. So, information searching in this cluttered scenario becomes all the more important. And the next one is the formality connections between the information pieces. Like there are various information pieces floating around the world, and in order to be creative and efficient, we have to devise certain ways to form the connections, creative connections between these two elements. Like there are 5 information thoughts and there are 10 information thoughts. So, a creative person will formulate the relation between these thoughts in order to generate something new. For this, as you know, information searching habits, they should be efficient. And on a efficiency note, avoiding frivolous searching and waste reduction in efforts. So, efficient searching is required because we have limited energy and the time, and we waste that time in grappling or struggling with the information. So, as a result, our efforts are wasted. So, if we adopt these efficient searching practices, then I think our waste reduction would be minimized. And the next one is healthy use of technology and development of best practices. Yeah, as we know that technology is shaping every part of life. It is said that we made the technology in the first place, and now the technology is making us. So, it is very relevant as far as this point goes, that there should be a healthy use of technology rather than a indiscriminate and random use of it. This way we would be making best of the information practices, and some best practices we can develop so that they can benefit us and other people. So, let us deliberate upon some definitions now. As you know that in order to get something out of the concepts or the various terms, you have to know the definitions first, because Socrates said that the best part of a thing is to define it, and the researchers, they are good at defining the thing. So, let us concretize the concept of information literacy, because as you know that efficient searching practices, they ultimately are the hallmark of information literacy. So, let us see the definition of information literacy. As you can see on the screen that information literacy is the set of skills needed to find, retrieve, analyze and use information. So, I have highlighted the main main idea of this presentation as skills, find, retrieve. Now, you see this definition says that you should have the skill of finding and retrieving the information. It means this definition is stressing on your skill to find information in the first place, that leave apart other things, that what you will make use of the information, but you should have the skill to find and retrieve the information. Okay. If we come to the second definition, it is more elaborate one. As you can see on the screen, according to the American Library Association, information literacy is the ability to recognize when information is needed and have the ability to locate, evaluate and use effectively the needed information. In this also, if you see the highlighted word, so it is the ability and have the ability to locate and evaluate, right. So, these two definitions, they are widely accepted definitions of information literacy around the world, and these definitions are saying that first you should have the skill of finding the information and locating that information. So, all other things they come after this. So, very quickly we would discuss few offline data management and searching techniques, and then we will go to the online searching techniques. So, as you can see on the screen, that in order to get a complete grasp over the data in computer, we need not more than 3 resources. That is, first is everything. So, everything is a free software, it is a file management software. So, we would discuss it first, and if we go to the internet, then as you can see on the screen, download everything software. As you can see, the very first link, download everything. So, you download the latest version here, it is free of cost, and once it is downloaded, then it will come here like this. A link would be placed on your desktop and it is ready to operate now. Before opening this software, I would like to show you a traditional method of information management we often use. For example, if somebody asks us to open a file on the desktop, or we want to show some file to the people. So, we follow so many steps that ultimately the purpose of showing the file to the interested party, it gets defeated, because there is so much of the intermediary steps. Like for example, if you see on the screen, suppose if I want to show you my research publications, then I will go to my computer and then I will go to drive E, then I will have to search the folder in which the supposed publication is there, and after navigating and spending energy on reading all the folders, I come to know that no, this is not the drive, and I again come back and then again I go to D drive, again this folder, and in this folder the research publication folder, okay, and in this folder I will find my file. The file is again I have it will take a lot of time and energy. So, these steps are to be taken by the traditional information searching method in order to come to a particular file, and this is the file like economics dictating representation. Now, see, if you count the number of steps, we have taken around 7 to 8 steps in just reaching to that file. So, at every step we are wasting our creative energy. So, it's a very good principle from neurophysics says that whatever you do in a daytime, whatever action you take, it takes the energy from your neurons. The energy of the neurons is stored in the form of glucose. So, at every step some glucose from your neurons will be deleted, it will be exhausted. The more steps you take, it means more frustration would be created, and we do not do this once in a day. Every time we are opening the files and closing, and then opening the files and closing. So, can you believe that we spend at least 6 steps as waste in just reaching to the file. Now, you see, you must have heard about Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs was the founder of Apple. Everybody regards Steve Jobs as the greatest designer of this world. He says that in order to have an access to the information you need, there should not be more than 3 steps between you and your information. So, as you can see that by traditional method of information searching on the desktop, we are violating the Steve Jobs principle, and we are at least wasting 6 steps per file. And if you open 50 files in a day, then if you multiply 50 by 6, then it comes out to be around 300. So 300 steps they are wasted in a day, which can be avoided. So what is efficient information searching technique? Now see, if you look at the screen, then this economics dictating presentation file, we can open that file with the help of everything. We go to everything and see on the screen you are having the interface of it, and now enter the file name economics dictating. Now see, the whole report is there now, that economics dictating representation, it is in the D drive, Dropbox folder, HRM data, PDF, etc., and another one is the D drive, Dropbox and research publication. So you can straight away launch the file from here, or if you want to jump to the folder directly, then right click and open path. This way, see, this would be even highlighted. You do not have to go through all the files, because the files may be in the 100. So it will select the file for you, and see, we have taken just 3 steps, like opening the everything, just typing your query and getting the result, only 3 steps. It is not that taking 4th step would be a violation of the things, no, but all the steps above 3, they would be wasting your energy in a non-efficient manner. Like see, my computer, Nandini, Dropbox, research publication. Now these 4-5 steps, they are straight away deleted. So this technique is very helpful as far as information searching is concerned. If we come back to the software, then this software works in the real time. It means if I delete the economics file there, every time when you initialize the software or every time you start the software, it will make index of all the available files very fast, and it will put the result before you. And this software is just like acting as a control room. If you see on the screen, then if you select the file, you can control C, control V, whatever, you can delete the file, you can rename the file, cut, copy, whatever you want to do, you can do it from here only. So this is a very basic software actually, and it is free. Sometimes people they ask me that, okay, why not why to install this everything software when Windows have this function. For example, if I enter this economics dictating, so it can search from here also. Yeah, they are right, because Windows give you this function, but we should keep in mind that this window function of searching, it is more common in Windows 7 and Windows 8 version. XP 2000 and earlier systems, they may not have this kind of facility, but this everything software runs on every platform equally smooth. So here is the energy saving technique. We should apply those efficient searching techniques which are standard across the board on every platform. We do not have to worry whether system is it is whether Apple or Microsoft, which version, 7, 8, 9 or whatever. So this was one of the very basic software, and if you find your file names through this software, I am sure that you will be able to save your creative energy. But as usual, that everything has got its limitation. So limitation of this software is that it can only search the files through the file names. The entered word should be in the file name of the file. So what to do when we do not remember the file name? Okay, we have another software for that, and this software will search the data through the file name as well as the text inside. Okay. So, we are opening that. This is Kapernick desktop searchlight. If you see the screen, Kapernick desktop searchlight. Okay. It will come this way. This is the basic interface. These all softwares which I am discussing, they are totally free, and you do not have to pay a single penny to use them. Okay. Now, this software, if you ask digital word, now see, there are around 1225 documents in which the word digital is used either in the file name or in the text inside. So, if you click on a particular file, then on the right side of it, it will highlight the word digital. As you can see on the screen, this word is highlighted, and if there are more than one instances of this digital, then you can go here and see, it will find all the instances of digital word. So, now the biggest thing, biggest facility this software gives you, that it searches all kind of files, whether they are doc file, whether PDF, XML file, HTML files, music files, whatever, and it categorizes the files according to the different formats. Like all the documents in the form of file are 964. If they are, a digital word is in the context, so you go to the context and it will display. Currently there is none. If you go to the picture, then there are so many pictures in which the digital word is used, and there is 2 music files also, as you can see. If you broaden this window pane, then you see the complete biodata of this digital file. Like these are 2 files, title is this and their position is that. So, if you minimize this and go to the videos, it is showing 2 results, that video duration is there and 2 files related to the digital, and their file size is there and their location is also mentioned. If you want to launch the video from here, you can easily do that. So, see, in a matter of seconds, we have got complete control over the information on our desktop as far as the word digital is concerned. Further going down, if you want to see only the PDF files in which the word digital is used either in the files or in the file name. So, you type PDF here and you will see it is searching. There are 245 documents in which the word digital is there, right. Immediately you apply filter of PDF and the result is there. So, as you can appreciate this, that it is very difficult for the software to index all the words inside a particular document, but this software gives you this command over the text. And further discussing the functions, if you search more than one word like digital culture, you put them in the double quotes, and if you see, if you search, then enter and it will find the links for you. Now, it is saying that there are around 15 documents in which word digital culture is there, either in the file, as you can see in the yellow color, or in the text inside these documents, digital color. If you click on a particular document, then you see on the right side it will open the same for you, like digital culture is there, right. So, it immediately jumps to the entered keyword and we immediately come to our keyword. So, friends, if you think slightly more deeply about this software, then it's a very efficient way of managing the things. Like if you are going for some interview and you are telling your specialization, like my specialization is digital culture. So, you are supposed to be totally familiar with all the thoughts related to the digital culture. So, it is not possible, as you know, that computers are memory hungry. So, the computer's memory is so much and we are used to downloading publications which may not we may not read in our lifetime. So, it is very good now. In order, we are not supposed to read the complete publication, we just have control over the particular keyword inside those publications, because rest of the stuff may not be relevant to us. And when you learn the digital culture and the related evidence and the thoughts from your computer's data, then your knowledge was immediately be enhanced, and that is only through the efficient searching techniques. Okay. And if we go further, if you see on the screen digital culture and internet, if you enter, then it is showing that it is having 15 documents again. It means that we are asking this software to bring out the documents which have the words digital culture in a sequence and also the word internet anywhere in the document. So, we can change this also, like digital culture and technology. So, again it is coming out with the 15 documents in which technology is there. If we repeat that and enter okay. Now, digital culture and Tribune, it means that there are 8 documents in which word Tribune is also there, right, and you can again put AND and again you can enter a new word and find the related documents. Or another command is OR or newspaper, and if you enter that, it means there are 1358 instances or the documents in which digital culture is there, Tribune word is there, or newspaper is there. As you know that when you add or to something, that you increase the options. So, the options would increase, number of searches would increase. But friends, it is not important that your search documents they have increased or decreased, but it is important that you are getting the right kind of information, that you are having documents which are having these 2-3 words. Isn't it nice? So, there is much more to it. If we click any one of the document, like you can see on the screen, and minimize this pane, window pane. So, it will show the digital culture first. It may take some time, because the software, though it is very light software, but indexing takes some of the computer resources, and you see word digital culture. Okay, I do it again. Let us select some different file. So, it will take some time, and see the processing is going on, and what it will do, that it will select the word digital culture which is somewhere in the document, and it will also highlight these words like Tribune and newspaper, and you can go to the bar here and search Tribune. It will immediately jump to the Tribune. As you can see that Tribune is in the slightly red color and newspaper is in the yellow color. So, this way you can have control over different keywords in your information. So, such a highly efficient and effective software and the commands that now you do not have to learn everything in this world, just learn what you need and just make your opinion around those keywords and use these keywords as per your own need. Friend, the last command is, if you write minus internet, okay, and then you click, then it is showing me that there are around 58 documents which are having the word digital culture in a sequence and Tribune or newspaper, but they do not have the word internet. So, we have deleted this word from the documents and as a result we are having these 58 documents with us. So, such a good option of searching the information. And if we add another command like near, then near means that it will search for the next word, like if I write computer. So, it is searching and bringing out 21 documents. So, what is the explanation of this command is that it will search all the documents in which the computer word is appearing near the internet word within a proximity of 10 words right or left. So, this is another way of having a control over the text, that now we can see the proximity part of it also. And what else can the computer technology give you except having command over each and every word. Now, you can claim that you are having complete command over every word inside your desktop. So, this software is free, just download it and let it be there, let it run for 10-15 minutes and make the indexing, and it will then run it for you and you can use these commands. So, friends, just quickly jumping over to other softwares like Google Desktop Search, I have mentioned here, but it is now never in use for the last 5-6 years, because Google has also stopped this from its products, and more efficient ways are there. But if you are running XP operating system, then it is good for you, Google Desktop Search, and it is also just like you press double control and the dialog box would come, search bar would come, and you press the enter and then it will bring the information. So, very quickly we would go to the online searching practices, because this subject is so vast, and unless you go deep inside the information and find out different nuances, different aspects of the information, then learning would not be that much effective. So, I think in the next lecture we would discuss it more, but on a quick note, I am telling you something like, if you see the screen, that searching words in the title of the documents on the internet. So, the command is there, in title colon double quotes women trafficking. If I copy it and go to the internet and paste it here, then you see there are around 2,680 results in which the word women trafficking is used in the title. Like you can see, if you open this, then you will see in the documents, in title women trafficking would be used. Now, women trafficking, yeah, this is women trafficking, this in the title, right. So, this way you can find the documents of your own choice, and this command is very relevant to the media researchers and for social science researchers too. What it does, that whenever you are scanning a particular news item or a document, it is very important that the title word is as per your keyword, and it means if something some word is in the title and whole news item is about that topic only. So, all in title is a very good command as far as research is concerned. If you replace your command with all in title, so it will give you the same results, but the results may vary in many cases, like the results if they are same. Now, see, it is not showing any result for the reason unknown, because this is a standard command, right, and these kind of problems would be there, but you apply in title command and all in title command. If the result comes same, then it is okay, otherwise you have to do some judgmental kind of thing. The next one is in text women trafficking. If you copy and paste in the Google and see, there are 13,600 results in which women trafficking is used in the text or in the title. So, in title specifically searches for the keyword in the title only, but when you apply the command in text, it means it will search the title as well as the underlying text, right, and there are around 13,600 results for this. On a quick note, if you have a look on the palette here, we do not use it most of the times, but this is the most powerful searching technique of the Google, for which you do not have to learn any command. Just go to images and it will search only for the images which are related to the women trafficking. If we go to the news section, then the Google will search the news from around the world in which women trafficking has been used in the text. You can see. So, the mass communication people, they can do a qualitative as well as quantitative analysis when Google is doing the spade work for you. If you want to search some books on women trafficking, then you can go, and most important, when you press this search tool, so you can select the country. Now, these results are from all over the world. You can select country India. So, it will bring the results which are country specific, and anytime past hour, 24 hours, if you press past year, then it will show that there are only 602 results in the last 1 year. So, this way you can do a comparative analysis of different years of women trafficking news, and a very good research publication can be generated just by sitting on the desktop and applying the particular kind of command. Okay. And you can sort by relevance, sort by date, the all results, visited pages, reading level. Now, reading level is very important because it shows the a predetermined way of the reader's level. For example, if you opt for a difficult reader level, then it will tell you the results which are slightly difficult to read. I mean, the language is slightly difficult. And at the end, do not forget to clear this. If you can see the screen, just clear the things and it will search all the thing for you. So, as far as online commands are concerned, I mean, it is a very long topic, and as I told you that It is the second lecture in the series of Google power searching commands and efficient way of looking at the information. So, these are some of the commands, and many more are there. Hopefully, we will discuss it in our next lecture. So, over to you, Geetika.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so very much for again explaining us in detail the various offline and online modes with the help of which the information could be searched. Now, as you in the lecture itself explained how the various researchers, whether from the media field or from the social sciences, can easily search for a particular information. I feel that if one is efficient or if one knows the efficient ways of power searching, I mean information searching, then it is very easy for all those who are very news savvy, those who always find things in desire to get news, whether it is the online content or the online newspapers or the online news, the various channels. So, do you believe that this technique is helpful in that?
Yeah, why not? Because as I just mentioned that the time has come now that we are not supposed to have knowledge about each and everything under the sun. So, we should be a subject specialist rather than the journalist. Journalist does not mean the Journalist, no, Generalist. We are not supposed to be journalists, we are supposed to be experts. So, expert always has few areas, he or she does not have so many areas, and in the areas also he will say that this is my major area of specialization and these are my minor areas of specialization. So, we are supposed to have skills relating to those areas only, and when we talk on this note, then Google these power searching habits and efficient way of searching, it comes into play. That as I told you that no information is unimportant, it is my way or your way of looking at the information, it may be different. So, when the systems are so computer memory hungry, they are so highly 1 terabytes of the hard disk is there these days. So, there is no problem of downloading the data, downloading the research publications, relevant research publications, irrelevant one, whatever. And once you download that, so you are not supposed to read them in a conventional way. No, you just go to the Kapernick desktop search and enter your search query and add and or, like I told you, minus this, near that. So, next time when you are supposed to be proficient in something on a particular topic, just enter that topic's keyword in the software and note down all the instances in which that particular term is used, the context is used. For example, digital culture is used in somewhere in the document, so it is very important in which context it is used. So, you copy down the whole paragraph or whole sentence and paste it onto the Word file. This way you would create your own resource of around 50, 40 or 100 evidences or the references. Now, if you master all these 100 references, then you are the best person as far as your subject area is concerned, and you can use this quality at multiple places, in the interview, in the seminars, discussions, or in the lectures like this. Choice is yours, you are the master of your own destiny now.
Definitely one is a master of his own destiny, but the appropriate keyword is very important element, we could say, because if we miss that keyword, that is the important element, our research could be on the halfway, because sometimes for example, if a researcher wants to access a particular news, for example a particular news, and he want to consult the various newspapers, online newspapers for example, the particular news through the various newspapers, so there the keyword plays important role. Do you feel?
Yeah,
so?
Why not? Because see, if you want to search a particular term, then we have to be particular about its spelling, particular about its its use or whatever. So, we do not have to apply our own mind in this, as far as, because literature would be available as per that term only. So, sometimes we have to be slightly judgmental also, and sometimes we have to apply our common sense also, and this way I am sure that once you use the technology, then you will be acclimatized to it after a certain period of time, because and on the very outset, when you start working on the technology, it doesn't give you anything. It gives you frustration, negative thinking, wastage of time, and these kind of things. But after the maturity period, right, when you reach at the maturity period, then you start reaping the benefits of it, right. So as per the definitions that we should use these information resources repeatedly, every definition says that information literacy or the digital literacy, retrieve information and then use. So ultimate destination is the using of the information, right. So that comes after a certain period of maturity and trial and error. So I would call upon the students, don't get frustrated away and just use your common sense with a slight judgment.
As we have very less time left with us, but though you can say it is my personal query or the query of all the students who might be watching us right now, sometimes when we try to search about a particular person, though we have lots of social networking sites with the help of which we are able to search for a particular person, but when we write a name of a particular person and then sometimes we used to get the images, those images shows that with this particular name such many of persons exist, but we find that with those images sometimes the name is not mentioned. Is that a privacy protocol, or it is a place where all the data or all the images are collected?
No, there is no set question to it, because the privacy settings, they keep on changing. Sometimes people fake their identity also, and sometimes images also swapped, and different animals or different actresses and heroines, the photo they find their place onto the profile. So it's a very subjective question actually.
Definitely more and more questions will be asked through you, because I would like to tell you all that Dr. Umesh Arya would be again with us in near future, and we would be discussing one another more topic and would be knowing more through him. Thank you, Dr. Arya. Thank you so very much for being the part of the EduSec lecture. Thank you.